What's going on, guys? We're live for the 95th time today. Oh boy, who's that? I think watch it. We might get somebody coming on.
If you joined us earlier, which we do appreciate everybody that did join us.
Crank your volume up, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to, right? I mean, we are live, so live again from the dipaolos restaurant here. Great sponsor, love them to death. Thank you to Dennis Ilio.
Can we get a partnership with like Olive Garden?
No.
Nothing but illustrious guests. Man, Matt, we've done a lot tonight. We've done a lot. Man, we gave away that coat that went live.
Yeah.
That was a little ad hoc. Shout out to Poncho's Army.
Yeah.
We're kind of all on the precipice of kind of the biggest game of the year, man. Does it feel like
be cool, fool. Thank you very much.
He's nothing but he's not a fool at all, man.
No.
I
mean, seriously, what more?
Yeah, you kind of feel like you're at a loss for words, and I don't feel like it's like a broadcast exhaustion. I feel like could be seen, but at the same time, we're gonna be out there tomorrow. We got Hannah Bill. We're interviewing him. We got LaShawn, who's coming on. Warlock, very formidable Twitter presence.
Daryl Talley, Steve Tasker.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely join us tomorrow.
Nothing but illustrious guests.
Join us tomorrow for sure. I mean,
what time do you want to go live tomorrow?
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, we're going to be there at 10 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think anybody wants to see our ugly mugs at the butt crack of dawn.
I don't think this guy's going to sleep. So, can we turn that light on?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you not have it plugged in? Nope. Can't turn the light on. Oh, well. Definitely join.
Should I go grab that? Yeah, probably.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, all right.
Definitely stay on Do Champions. You got the Buffalo Blueprint coming up.
Stay off TikTok.
Yeah.
Man, that guy fucking mercilessly dunked on it. I mean, I'm blocked on everything, but I'll chime in. Yo, just be cool. You ain't cool.
Yeah,
you can talk.
To go after
Ryan Talbot, one of the greatest fucking dudes. He's been nothing but a great sounding board.
Yeah.
Pat Moran's been cool as chips to us.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Blocked on everything, though. Keep me blocked.
Please.
I'll say that. I don't give a fuck. Like, enough's enough, man. You ain't playing tomorrow.
Right.
You don't care.
Right.
Anyway, we got Daryl Taylor tomorrow. We got Tasker. We're waiting on, come on with it. We're waiting on A-Will tomorrow.
Tonight.
I mean, A-Will's in Texas. Time doesn't exist there.
That is
Even
true.
time's bigger than Texas. So we did the peak in the pit. Has yours changed at all, bro?
No. I was a little bit of a masochist tonight here at the restaurant while we were waiting to,
it was the chicken finger order.
No. It was the 13-second game that they were playing.
Yo, this motherfucker. You step off camera. This motherfucker alerts me while I'm dicking down the most delicious cut of breaded cholesterol ever. And he's like, yo, the 13-second game's on. I'm like, yo, appreciate you, dog. Don't appreciate you. But we just talked to Alec Anderson's family. I'll impart that. They said it's cool. His sister played at UNLV. Yo, athletic family. His dad played college football. Yo, to see them come and be as hyped as we are.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, seeing him get his chance to play.
It's all you fools.
He's literally one play away from being a starter.
Nah, he ain't. No, he ain't one play away. He's gonna keep doing it.
Well, I'm just saying he's one play away from being a full starter, not just like
that's a label. Because his contribution, yo, seriously, I'll talk to you. His contribution is just as great in the role he's playing.
Yeah, no, it 100% is.
Yo, surprise. Not a surprise to us. Maybe a surprise to a lot of people bagging on him in preseason. I'm biased. He's the homie. Biggest surprise this season to others, not to us. Alec Anderson embodies what we got to be about. Matt, talk to me.
Nasty. The nasty. All day long. And he just keeps...
Talk to him, Westside.
He keeps bringing it. And, I mean, between him and Spencer Brown, both of them, that's what they needed on this offensive line. And you talk about bully ball all the time. They are the epitome of bully ball.
Alec just texted me. My family is there for my sister's birthday. I'm like, yeah. I talked to her. I wish her a big happy birthday. Yo, they're all like, not bad, man. Yo, they're all like just viciously gifted. She's a doctor. It's like, I'm glad something good had finally happened to you, fucking Anderson family. Jesus, you found the taco spot, you found athleticism, and you found a role on this team. A very talented offensive line. Yo, your play matters, man. I'll talk about Alec Anderson all fucking day. I'm not one of those guys who's gonna, maybe it's toxic masculinity. I'm not gonna, I stopped wearing jerseys because it's another dude's name on my back. That's because I'm a has-been and it's trauma, and I talk this big bravado, but really I'm a mental midget and also a not really that physically gifted, but he is, and he's doing it, man. Is there anything you can ask more of our 6th and 7th offensive linemen? I'll pivot to Ryan Vandermark.
I mean, for him, the way he came in and played for Spencer Brown when he went out, it absolutely just wrong one. There we go. We got it. We got the right one. We definitely got the right one there. So, I mean, and that's the thing. It's a huge game tomorrow. And those guys need to be stood up. They need to stand up and continue.
We've been really working on Matt's use of who's those guys, lad?
The offensive line, Ryan Vandermark, Alec Anderson, Spencer Brown, Deion Dawkins, Connor McGovern, all those guys.
Maybe just for weird fandom, we know down to the depth chart of who's doing what, right? Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's a family network here. You can do that on TikTok. Anyway, yo, we know to the depths. I fucking will dunk on this dude all fucking day. We know down to the depths. We know the starting, our starting five. We know Q. I'm not saying yeah, we do know. I'm not saying, wait, listen. I'm not saying, wait, let me, no, you motherfucker. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you get this one.
Hold on. So, seriously, I have actually a question for you. So, do you think it's going to be the Q show tomorrow because Dalton Kincaid's out? Do you think they're going to end up using him more, or do you think they're going to use somebody like a Davidson, Zach Davidson, the practice squad tight end?
Let me give that a think.
Because I think...
Yo, that was good. I hadn't thought about that. I don't think so.
Do you think he still sits in that tight end 3 role? Or do you think he moves up to more of where Dawson Knox was in that blocking outlet type role?
It's a packages game. Yeah? It's a down and distance game. What dictates more? I'm going to ask you this because I don't have answers. I don't know everything, right? I pretend I do. Smarter than the average bear, dumber than the average Neanderthal. But is it a down and distance game, a field position game, or strike when the iron's hot game that dictates some of the packages you're talking about, the oversized packages, the double tight ends, the tackle overs, all that shit? Talk to me.
The type of game where you literally are trying to run out the clock. So if you're coming in, if you're bringing in your big package, your Alec Anderson package, your Dawson Knox and Quentin Morris or Davidson package, whichever you're doing, you're trying to run out the clock and keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands as much as possible, because you don't have your full set of weapons. You don't have Keon Coleman. You don't have Dalton Kincaid. You don't have any. So you got to continue to run the ball. You got to use James Cook. Like I said last night, you have to let James Cook, full pun intended there. So what do you think?
I think you just sunk my morale with that pun. Now I can hit the trombone. I don't know. When do we get in the clock game? Not in openers. Not in Eric. Man, he would. Can't go podcast without it. Eric Wood on the text. Appreciate you. Dude, I got to stop doing that shit. Just let my soul cry. I am so devoid of a Super Bowl that I have to validate myself with people that never got one. That's why I got BB. Shout out John Baby. He got one.
Yeah, he did get one.
When did we start playing the clock game?
When did we stop or when did we start?
When do we start playing the clock game tomorrow and take the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands by possession?
I think it depends. If the Chiefs drive down the field and score, you're not going to be able to play that clock possession game, that complementary football type game that Sean McDermott wants to play.
I don't accept that answer. What quarter, all things equal in a vacuum, we get a 13-13 game? Something in my bones tells me that. We're entering 7 minutes and 45 seconds into the third quarter, 13-13. Jake, don't look that up when it happens. No, but like, imperfect scenario, 13-13, 7:45 left in the third. We are charging towards the bulk entrance. I am live on air. Get the fuck away from me. What's up? I don't work here. I'm live on air. I'm live on air.
You literally just said go talk to Brady.
Yeah, I know. People think I'm the master of ceremonies here. I just act like that. No, actually, I'm live on air. So, it's 13-13, third quarter, 7:45. Is that the clock game?
I think it's got to be. I think at that point when you are.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. That was weird.
I kind of know him too, but he played D3. Not for me. I'm just kidding. No, back to God damn it. 7:45 left in the third, 13-13. Where are we at clock management?
I'm not an NFL head coach. I don't know what you're going to do at that point, but I will say this.
Are you starting to think about the clock?
Yeah, I think you got to.
Are you starting to think about last possession?
You're thinking about.
Are you starting to think about Tyler Bass?
You're thinking about last possessions. You're thinking about clock. You're thinking about everything at that point. If you're Sean McDermott, you got to, because, and even Joe Brady has to, figure out what he's going to do to end the game as quick as possible. Well, you said two things that are diametrically opposed.
Sean McDermott's our head coach. Joe Brady's our offensive coordinator. Bobby Babbitt's our defensive coordinator. We preach three-headed monster. Sean McDermott finally got into a role where he is the head coach and managing the whole team.
Yep.
What kind of reign? Same scenario, 13-13, 7:45 left in the third. I don't think that's the time Sean McDermott starts inflicting his will about what we're doing with the clock, do you?
No, I definitely don't. I think that's...
Gotcha, bitch.
I definitely think that's a spot where they're going to have to start thinking about it, for sure. But I don't think it's a spot where they end up...
It's not in your mind's eye? It's not in your mind's eye?
No.
So when is it in your mind's eye? You got to tick force? You got to throw up your force?
I think it's before that. I think it's the last possession of the third quarter. I think you got to kind of see where you are at that point.
With or without the ball in our hands?
With the ball in your hands.
Dude, I'm like, you're giving it back to me.
I truly think it is. Like, it's got to be when the ball's in your hands. If the ball is in your hands, you're starting to think about it as a coordinator, whether it's offense or defense.
I'm not letting you get away with that. As a coordinator, what does that mean?
As Joe Brady.
As a game manager.
As Joe Brady or as Bobby Babbitt, you are looking to see what's happened throughout the game up until that point, until that last possession of the third quarter. So if you have the ball...
That's why we employ data, guy.
If you have the ball as Joe Brady, are you starting to run more? Are you starting to maybe dink and dunk down the field a little bit more, and try and get some of those yards after catch?
No Kincaid.
Correct, but you still have Shakir, who leads the NFL in yak. So are you putting it in his hands? Are you putting the ball in Josh's hands? Are you trying to run out the clock to try and get out of Buffalo with a win and go into the bye at 9-2 and potentially hope that the Chiefs lose one more game later on? Because then you have the tiebreaker over them, and you have, after the bye, you have San Francisco, you have Detroit, you have the Rams. Like, are we starting to look at that? Or are we, hey, this is just a toss-it-up game, we'll see.
You said a lot, and all should be considered. Also, what should be considered, how many of you motherfuckers owe Sean McDermott an apology? Mike Williams isn't on a team.
Who?
God
Mike
damn.
Edwards.
Mike Edwards.
He is. He actually
no,
just got signed
no.
by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So,
Oh, good for yo. That says something. 3 teams in 3 weeks.
yeah, that's.
How do you guys owe him an apology?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's.
Something's not sorted. Something's not sorted.
I will say this: Damar Hamlin is getting better and better every single week, but I do still think there is certain spots where he is not best suited, and we saw it last week. We saw it against Jonathan Taylor on that 58-yard run. We saw it last week when he took that angle when he was not in the. He took himself completely out of the play, and go ahead.
We've already done this.
I know we did.
I was right. Bad force call. This guy got washed in. He took he should have adjusted. He had time to adjust.
He absolutely should.
But that is not his responsibility.
Right.
To bag on him solely, you fundamentally have to look at it as a unit. That is a unit failure. That is not Damar Hamlin. Come on, man. Come on.
He still took a bad angle on that. He should have been able to make that tackle in the hole, and he should have been able to put Jonathan Taylor on his back, or at least hold him up to allow other players, Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, Taylor Rapp, anybody, to come help him make that tackle.
Don't let water flow through you like a cheesecloth. It's adjustable angle, yes. His responsibility, no. Unit failure, yes. Got to watch the game analytically. I did watch the film room. Shout out Greg, cover 1, Eric, cover 1, Pro Ant, cover 1. I thought you guys nailed it too. Saw it the way I saw it. That's the only reason I'm shouting you out, because I'm right, everybody else is wrong, except you're on TikTok. So, yeah, we're at the Mafia House tomorrow. Very excited. Man, what'd you think about... Well, I don't know if people know that there are so many fucking people here that are waving at me that
Yeah, this is a little bit overwhelming.
This is like a little bit too much.
There's a lot.
I think people are really leaning into you could be hungover and still make the 4 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody's.
I
don't think anybody's gonna be at Louis' lot tomorrow at 8, but they will be. But we were in the lot today, giving away that jersey was great.
Yeah.
Give that coat a great. If you guys can check it out, that's great. Shout out Poncho's Army.
Yeah.
Harrison.
Be cool.
Be cool. Man, the cat.
What he's done to keep Poncho alive, because people don't, yes.
Yo, that's the shit. That's the shit.
Hold on.
No, that you feel this way.
Yeah.
That's the shit. That is our community as whatever media we are, not whatever bullshit's going on.
Well, and I don't mean to be putting, Be Cool Fool on the spot, but he told us a story today about Ezra. And I'm sorry telling the story or anything like that. If you're mad at me, yell at me tomorrow. But he literally told us that the aura that was around Ezra as he was, just lifting his son on his shoulder, and just 50 people. He said there was 50 people around him, and for him to spot out Be Cool Fool's son and then lift him on his shoulder, and the aura that just surrounds him, it was amazing for them, or for him. And you might leave this world, your body might leave this world, but your legacy, your whatever you want to call it, doesn't. And that's kind of what we're trying to impart tomorrow, and try and bring light to that.
But don't you feel like, we're giving our time tomorrow, we support them and all that shit, but don't you feel like we're the ones that are kind of blessed to be there, to give it?
Yeah,
give that?
Absolutely. I mean, I truly.
Yeah, we had a cat. I'm dumb as rocks. I'm whatever. Dumb as rocks. A guy walked me through how a smoker works.
Yeah.
Just for the love of it.
Yeah. I mean, that was really cool.
Yeah, to see those. I'm not a Bills Mafia guy. You know that.
Yeah.
I think that shit's for the birds. That shit's for college kids who are there for the tables and stuff like that. Yo, did you get a little moved when you saw? They say Poncho's Army, but when you see those fatigue jackets, that's not hokey shit.
No. I mean,
because when you get the backstory and how the patches all mean something different, that's cool.
What was it? Their vice president or whatever has his army tag stitched on his jacket. I mean, these guys are serious guys in the community, and they are doing whatever they can to help out. And it's just absolutely.
You got Jim Kelly in the crowd over there. What's going on?
I mean, it just.
I know he knows my name, but I'm still frightened to flag him down. I feel like he's gonna audible and like someone's gonna tackle over and just cut me in the box.
Yeah.
Will Woodford somewhere hiding in the closet.
He's hiding in the, yeah. But no, I mean, I'm super happy, super excited.
How hard do we press Tasker about? That's like an internal struggle I got. If anybody didn't see the interview, BB, Uncle Bud
was more harsh on him.
He's fucking ruthless.
I mean, Uncle
Bud, 30-year trainer of the Buffalo Bills. There ain't a person that he.
I mean, Uncle Bud in general. Just what's a Don Beebe? Like,
I mean, he knows damn well what a Don. Now, do you believe? That was to recap a little bit, and not that we're killing time, because if you're watching, you're killing time, because this Tennessee Georgia game ain't it. What do you think was the first? Because we ain't shit, you know that. That's the best part of it.
We're losers until we aren't, right?
We're losers until we aren't. But what was? I mean, are you at the point where we get the guests? We know that stuff like that, and it's no secret that we work hard for them and stuff like that, and we get. It's like guys like Talbot. We were just with Carucci. Not name dropping. These are all guys that are like should be admonished and stuff like that.
I was saying it this morning on Hockey Hotline. I was very like when I sent that text out to congratulate him. I didn't want anything about it. I didn't like it. It was literally just heartfelt because I have him. I put him up on that pedestal because I was clipping stuff from him from the Buffalo News when I was younger to put in my scrapbooks. And it comes down to it, and for him to come around and Ilio tell us he's in the other room, and then it's like, oh, that's cool, and then he came around and gave us both a big hug. Like that was like
I felt so small in his arms.
Yeah.
No, but what was what's your favorite pod so far?
Our what?
Our favorite guest, our favorite pod so far. A lot to choose from, man.
I think it's got to be a choice between, and we couldn't release the whole thing because there's a couple stories in there for just the boys, But one of my favorites was Vic. The other one I think had to be Frank Reich. Just hearing the story about everything that happened and how happy they were for Don Beebe and living vicariously through him or Pete Metzelaars or anything like that as they were able to hoist the Lombardi, even though that those teams weren't. I think that was probably one of the best ones that we had.
I just loved Uncle Bo to go in sicko mode. He shredded Metzelaars. He shredded Tasker. How comfortable? Like, I know Tasker, he drove him to practice and stuff like that. I'm not comfortable getting too punchy with 8-9. Nor should you be.
We'll see how punchy you get tomorrow. We'll just stop there. If you want to see that tomorrow,
what did I tell you? I'm not drinking tomorrow.
Definitely tune in tomorrow. We'll see how punchy Student gets. But
Maybe same.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we keep piping it up.
Can we get a Spider-Man costume before tomorrow?
I don't know, man. Do you think he put it back on?
Sure, West Virginia, maybe. I don't know, man. So we're at Ilio Dipaolos. This is just cool, man. There's so many people fucking here. There's some alumni here. It's a community, man. And if you guys haven't stopped out, 3875 South Park Avenue.
3785.
What the fuck ever, dude. If you don't know where Ilio's is, don't come.
But no, we definitely want to thank them for having us again tonight.
Let's go back and forth. Who we got? We got Ilio Dipaolos. Beauty pools.
Sons of Erie. W.GG. What can we do for you, Ilio?
Yeah. Yo, you motherfucker. We're live on air, and some dude is just like, yo, can you change the TV? Yeah, right away, sir. Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. Fucking. This is me leaving. So,
all right, let's finish that again. Ilio Dipaolos, 3785 South Park Avenue.
The company
W.GG. Beauty pools.
Sons of Erie.
Kayak pools. Fubo TV. Fat Boy Surf Club.
Half-priced apps at, maybe. Yo, Matt, let me ask you this: if you're not listening to me drown out the airwaves, what podcast you listen to? What do you think other users, if you like us, you'd like them?
I listen to Pat Moran's. I listen to Joe Miller, John Fina. I listen to Cover One. Like a lot of them
Greg Thompson.
because you have to have all of that knowledge to be able to do what we do. We have to not necessarily watch competition or anything like that, because I don't view them as competition. I think, like we said, we're losers. Like we're literally just fans, doing this.
I don't know. I look up the cover a little bit.
That's kind of where I was getting.
I look up the cover.
That's kind of where I was getting. Is kind of, we look up to them. We aspire to be cover one. We aspire to be those guys there, because they truly do have.
Yeah, they built a
the
crew.
best of the best.
Yeah, they built a crew that I don't know if they vibe with our crew, because our crew is a bunch of outlaw cowboy bands.
Cowboys.
The fact that Aaron Williams has not fucking got on the stream is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Either he's drinking too much or he's not drinking. Either he's the greatest dude ever we've had on this. You know what? A. Will is probably my favorite podcast.
I mean that one specifically, to hear how he felt, the story,
it's just
everything
a shame it was on
about
Buffalo.
About Jarvis Landry. Please, if you're listening, I know you're not, but fucking apologize. Like at this point, like there's no reason for you not to.
A. Will would accept it. A. Will, remember when we were golfing with him,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, student. He's like, nah, man, people forgot about that shit. Like, don't care.
Yeah.
We get off the golf course.
Yeah,
First thing that happens.
Literally, he drives up the golf cart and he hops off, and two guys are like, "Oh my God, it's Aaron Williams!"
I remember when that ambulance was on the field. I'm like, good to be seen.
Yeah.
So, if anybody's getting there tomorrow, Abbott's gonna be closed off, I believe.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
It's gonna be closed off like a 1 o'clock game.
Yep.
That's coming from the law enforcement in the crowd. So be cognizant of that. What's up, laddie? You out of here? Good to see you, baby. Kevin Caffrey, man. Speaking of, that's the guy who told me his dad's a helicopter pilot. Good guy, Kevin Caffrey. But the Abbott's gonna be closed off. Don't do anything dumb. I would say that's like a PSA. Don't do anything dumb. You got Monday to avoid the bookies, beloved.
I'm gonna say this. Don't do anything dumb, because we need it to be as loud as possible in that stadium.
You get hit in the drunk tank. That's one less seat in there. We need all the voices. Speaking of the Buffalo Drum Corps, the Stampede.
Man, you go hard on them for whatever reason.
What do you mean, whatever reason? I've been very fucking clear. If you listen, if you're one of the 14 people listening right now, I don't even know how much it was, 100 something like that. Yeah, just hit it. That's about as much. That's a bunch of. Do it again. That's about as much impact as the Stampede has. So, the legend of the game is tomorrow.
It is Peerless Price. 81.
Isn't he UT?
Tennessee Vols. Tennessee Vols.
When I say UT, I guess that would be Texas.
Yeah.
I saw a guy. I texted. A guy in a Quinn Ewers jersey, dicking down a wrestler steak. What's your tomorrow look like? That is something banking on a 4 o'clock hangover.
Maybe when I was 21 years old, I could have done the wrestler steak, but man, there's no way I could do 32 ounces of a piece of prime rib. I don't care how stamped it is.
I could do it, but I'm not. There's got to be money on the line. So, anyway, we're gonna probably wrap this up a little bit soon. Not soon. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I mean, we got another long day tomorrow.
I got TikTok to film. Fucking nerd.
Muppet. No, but I mean, being serious here.
I am.
I know you are.
Yeah, let's talk to one more person. Who are you talking to?
Oh, I got to think about this one for a second. I'm going to give you the floor first. Actually, no, I'll go. I'm going to speak to Von Miller. I truly am. I'm going to speak to Von Miller because, he needs to... He's been looking better and better again each week that he's come back off the suspension and everything. I know we're not going to touch on anything other than his play on the field, because that's what we're about here, is play on the field. That's why we do this. But he needs to continue to grow and to continue to try and get to the quarterback. That's really what it comes down to.
You know what I'm talking to? I'm talking to Bud Carpenter. Thanks for being you, dude. You're a homie. You're an ally. I think you should talk to Uncle Bud, too. When BB wanted him on, he was like, where do I got to go? Love Uncle Bud. Uncle Bud.
He was ready to drive down to your house. I mean, he was...
Hey, Matt.
Yeah. It's good to be seen.
Good to be seen, baby. I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Nothing but illustrious guests. Catch us tomorrow. We're doing all the same shit. I am so tired.